I need to create a strong foundation for my plants, so I start with adding easy life root sticks. I'm going to use almost 4 root sticks to the base of the aquarium. Each sticks, then I'm going to break it into 3 or 4 pieces and spread it randomly all over to the base of the aquarium. This will give a very strong foundation to our plants. The roots gets healthier, plants get more colorful. Now I add the base layer, that is the aquatic substrate. That was just half a liter of substrate. We don't need to add much, just a layer to support the root growth. This is the Amazonia Aquasoil version 2, which I will be using almost 2 liter in volume. I generally use my hands to flatten the soil. Now I am using a plastic card to hide the substrate from showing in the front. The card also works as a perfect flattening tool. Once everything is neat and flat, we will go for hardscaping. I have prepared some driftwood for this cube tank. The driftwood will be placed right in the center and the plants around it. Then I start to add few pieces of rocks, not too many, as that might shift the focal point from the wood to the rocks. These smaller pieces of rocks also acts as an anchor point to hold the wood inside the water. At this stage you can make as many changes as you can to the hardscape, because on the later stage it won't be possible. Once I am decided on my hardscape layout, I will go for gluing. This time I glue the rocks to the wood. I insert a small amount of cotton in between the crest where the rock and the wood is settled, and then I put few drops of the glue. Always be very careful when working with the hardscape glue. I am using powdered aquasoil to hide the white cotton, which I used for gluing, and few drops again to bond it much stronger. Before I start with the planting, I make sure everything is moist inside the aquarium. Now let's begin with planting. For this aquarium, I am going to use Alucaris Mini from Aquascape plants. Here is a very simple tip for you to follow. You will hold the plant and the tweezer at a particular angle, it's almost 45 degrees, and insert the plant into the soil. This will make the plant go through the soil and it won't come out when you plug out the tweezer. This technique might need some mastery, but at some point it becomes perfect. My second plant will be Styrogyne repens, and this will be the only mid-ground plants for this aquarium. Again, you will hold the tweezer at an angle so the plant just goes straight into the soil. Remember to plant the stems one by one. This will make the water flow better between the stems, and also the light reaches to each stem. This will eventually make the plant grow better. My third plant for this scape will be Ludwigia inclinata curli, also known as Ludwigia tornado. This plant was first found in Vietnam and is still rarely found in the hobby. Having a most uncommon appearance, the plant will be the most attention demanding in the aquarium. Again, I will be planting each stem one by one so that every plant gets good light and a better water flow. This is a very fine reddish leaf plant known as the Rotala wallichii. It is the most decorative when planted in groups. With addition of the CO2, the plant is going to make a bushy effect. I place the plant right behind the wood. The fifth and the final plant for this layout is Rotala green, also known as Rotala rotundifolia green. The plant is well branched and gives a bushy effect when trimmed in a timely manner. Again, I will be planting each stem at a time. Even under a very strong lighting, the plant is going to stay green. And now we are almost to the final stage of our aquascaping. Before you start adding the water, make sure you keep a plastic bag. The bag is going to take most of the impact from the water, and the soil remains undisturbed. As you can notice, the water is distributed at different places. And now our aquascape is completed. I hope you liked watching the video as much as I did making it. Thanks for watching. This is Ismail from aquascape.in.